say, and welcome back to that channel, which title is too long for one to balance one thing. As one will know, if one has been following that channel, that sumptuous channel of fools, or you know, that accompanying, equally marvelous Instagram account, one would know that since November 2022, one has been mourning the old hag Queen Elizabeth's death. Indeed, I hate her, but considering myself a British man and a noble man of the year 1896, I calculated that since it had been stipulated once upon the death of Queen Victoria, whom by the by had reigned not quite as long as Queen Elizabeth, that the whole empire and the subject of the empire, if conservative, was to go into mourning for a month, where I calculated that in a noble man of that era, even had he hated her as much as I did, he would have had it done properly, which very few would have. He would have done it for a year. Why? Because Queen Victoria was a monarch that had reigned for the longest ever. But she was surpassed by Sultan Qaboos, and he, in turn, was surpassed by Queen Elizabeth, who died afterwards. And also a noble man would be more or less directly related to the royal family due to he being noble. They are related not necessarily by blood, but more by title, which is equally, if not way more important. And thus, actually, one may wonder, why has he not finished his blasted mourning in November of that year? Well, because in between mid-April until mid-August, August 18th, precisely, my sister was not here, and I get everything from eBay delivered. I get all my clothing from eBay, and since I'm becoming fat, nothing fitted me anymore. My clothes have also been ripped. The ones I had been wearing were truly navy, and thus I needed to wait for another pair of trousers, which only came with my sister upon August the 18th, or August the 17th, and I wore them the next day, of which I had posted the a playlist called 1890s Gentleman's Striptease. And so now another problem, I had no more shirts, but I was continuing the mourning for the last week where I had no more shirts. In fact, I did have a shirt. It is my shirt, which I used to wear, probably in first half of the 1920s, peak bosom and cuff shirt, to wear with a detachable collar, had been fully ripped, and I still wore it ripped, but at one point it was way too ripped and too dirty that I washed it again and done it up there in the souvenir box. Now one shirt I keep unstarched and simply ironed, which is very, very long, again a French shirt, and these came very long because, again, in France, since it was warmer and people were less hygienic, it was more a fashion to usually not even wear an undershirt instead of an under trousers, and if they would wear under trousers, these would be like the 1914 pair, which is now broken, which I showed upon my Instagram ones, which were actually French, which would be known as liners, and in fact, these were the briefs. These were worn, and these are very long tails, and these were the briefs, and thus, one may wonder, why does not one else wear it regularly, and like for the 1920 shirt, which is still a bit too long, roll it up, so that it does not get any glowing area stains, in other words, urine stains or especially excrement stains, which then mean the entire shirt has to be rewashed, and obviously it takes ages to starch it and all, so that I only do it every 2 weeks, or even every month, during winter like now, by less. I went for 30 wears before re-laundering it. That meaning boiling to remove the starch, washing, which washes it, and then re-starching and ironing. So one may not do that. Well, it can't really be more than, especially when starch. This is just so long that it would unroll itself. Number one, number two, it would be an entire damn much of folded fabric. Heavily starched folded fabric, and even when it's not heavily starched, that would be too uncomfortable and too much bulk below one's under trousers, and thus that I do not starch it anymore. I do starch it with the milliliter spray starch, very slightly every time I iron it, and I aim to wear it a week. And it is very complicated because I have to get into disturbing details, but to be honest, I do poo more than once a day. So for example, remember the last day I wore it before washing, now that is washed. And then I went to the toilet and made sure I had put everything in it before I washed. And like many disgusting things, I do scrub in the fries, scrub, rinse, with soap, so that no risk of poo stains. That was when I was brief. I aimed to wear it for a week. Had been there a few days, but for some reason, even though I had done that, there was still a bit of excrement stains, so I had to wash it. And often I would have to get to the toilet again, and I would not even wash my bottom area. I would use toilet paper, but not wash it again, when it would mean I have to remove my socks and sock braces. I'm now in pajamas, but the footwear, which takes ages. So, even if I will wash again during the same day, it shall be after I'm dressed. So that system cannot work, and that's why I have to really wear imitations. I'm coming to that. And all my other white shirts, the other peeled one is to be well in the evening. And I have another white one, which is not peeled, which is 1970s Immitation, which is also to be well in the evening as a spare. So I purchased something very special, which is not an original, and for once I'm going to make a special video about a garment which is not an original. And why is that? Because if my understanding of that product, as per the photographs of it, is correct, this is a very high-grade imitation. Even an expert, blood expert like I, could almost not tell the difference with an original, by George. That shirt here. So I will explain. When I was looking for months and months for original or max 1950 white shirt that would be no more than 35 inches long, either in the front or the back, for the glowing area stain problems explained again. I could not find anything. Every time I found one, it was either at least 1 inch, usually too long, either in the front, usually in the back, and or way too large a collar, knowing that most of those, nearly all of them, would have to take a removable collar, so an even larger removable collar, or it would be the right length, even shorter than 35, but way too snug a collar, perhaps, when I went too nice. So every time a size problem then. So finally I tried it upon the German eBay, and there's a seller called Trackenhemd. Trackenhemd means traditional shirt in German. German is always like English. Tracken, traditional hemd shirt. So, and I asked him, and she would not, I think this woman, she would not understand my question. The prices were great, trying to below 30 euros, and these are traditional German shirts that some of them look very like it, and they're only about 40 years old max. These are new stocks or worn a teeny bit, vintage shirts that imitate a much older antique Proto 1940, and in most cases Proto 1920, and even in some cases mid-late 19th century. Amongst them a shirt exactly like that, and she told me the brand, and apparently they are not handsome, but they look, I mean, even the buttons look like I could once. Look like, oh no, actually I'm not, I haven't seen the button there. And it was very cheap, and because I asked for many shirts, I asked she would not understand English, I used Google Translate, but did not swear to her like it, but the shoulder width, I needed measurements, and I think I sent her so many messages that for some reason that idiot blocked me from purchasing, but by mere stroke of unbelievable good luck, one of the models I fancied that she had, apparently the brand is Hema, H-E-M-A, but it has nothing to do with the modern French, European colorful like thing. And there was the same one on the French eBay for way more, for 70 euros, and the woman, I first thought it was an original, and I thought I've seen that before, and then I saw a little sticker tag on the shirt, but with all the like the care instructions, but all of them were erased, for clearly it has been used, and all well washed, and sometimes, especially if that shirt is 20, 30, 40 years old, these used to be printed in such a manner that they would wash off quickly. That was when I understood something without, and comparing it with the Trackenham seller shirts, I thought he had the exact same one, and thus I understood then that this was not an original, but the seller was probably not the